So Brad Holmes is just out here playing Madden now, huh? Huh? What's up? Welcome back. I'm Hat and Beard. Hey, you guys, let's dive into it. It's been a week since we last talked about it, and when we left off, I was hoping to re-sign Kaminsky, I was hoping to re-sign Bugs, but I was pretty content with the Cameron Sutton and the Alex Anzalone signings. And then Brad Holmes decided to put on the villain hoodie and go sign everybody. I don't just mean one or two people, I mean everybody. He went out and he bagged the top 3 defensive backs in the free agent market: Cameron Sutton, Emmanuel Mosley, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I was happy with the Sutton signing. I thought he was going to be the evolutionary step. And then Brad Holmes went out and signed all the insurance options. And now we arguably on paper have probably a top 15 secondary and a top 10 defense. Offensively, Jay Willie, peace out, dude. Don't want nothing to do with you. In fact, after watching your press conference in New Orleans, you're kind of a turd, man. We offered you a good amount of money. The same amount of money Montgomery got. Montgomery accepted it. Montgomery's 2 years younger. Montgomery can do it all. He's a 3-down back. Jay Willie, look, man, I can put any pork chop behind our offensive line and have him score 1-yard touchdowns. I don't need you. Good riddance. You were fun. It was cool having the anime guy on our team. I myself, I'm a bit of an anime nerd. But it wasn't enough for me to keep you around at over $6 million a year. Look, man, long and short, your agent screwed you, dude. We gave great money. We gave great money to Montgomery. We're going to give you great money to stay in town. You were a fan favorite, dude. Everybody loved you here. And you walked because your agent said that you'd get more money. Well, you know what, bro? Brad Holmes ain't here to play patty cake with you. Brad Holmes ain't here to play patty cake with nobody. Either you're about it, or you're not. And if you ain't about it, get on out of here. In fact, guys, I can't think of a time in my life where the Lions have gone out and signed this many good, big-name free agents. And not just signed where you have to overpay for them. These guys want to come here, man. Gardner-Johnson turned down more money in Philly to come here for a 1-year pop to play with Brad Holmes or to play with Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn, man. To come to find out, him and Aaron Glenn have an extensive background together dating back to their time in New Orleans. And CJ GJ and Alex Anzalone have a bit of chemistry and history going back to their days at Florida. You see what we're doing here now, fellas? But all in all, boys, I couldn't be happier with the signings. No longer are we going out and getting guys on the twilight of their career. No longer are we going out and, our big free agent signing was Marcus Pollard, a washed-up tight end from the Colts. No, we're going out and getting guys at the summit of their career, trending upward, not trending downward. It's a combination of the culture, of the winning development that the team did over the last 2 years. And really, guys, it has a lot to do with this coaching staff. I've said it before. The player coach is more connectable to the player than the book smart coach. Almost all of our coaches have been in the league before in some capacity as a player. We've built a fun and winning culture here in Detroit that brings players. Players want to come and have fun and play the game the way Dan Campbell is coaching the players to play the game. And I'm here for it! But we're not here to talk about free agency, fellas. No. We're here for one thing and one thing only. Damn titty. But before we get into the mock draft, why don't you go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and like the video if you enjoy the content that I provide. Subscribe to the channel if you want to follow me for more. And go ahead and ring the bell so that you never miss out on any notifications. And now you can become part of the Hat and Beard gang. All right, fellas, now that that's out of the way, I got my boots oiled up. Let's get into this shit.
Welcome to Detroit.
All right, boys, now that we're into it, we got our minds right. Everybody got their minds right. Now we're squared away. We got the Lions selected for the 6th overall pick. We're going to do all 7 rounds. Let's go ahead and bump this up a little bit. Come on, there we go. Turbo. Oh, no, we'll go fast. I don't feel like going turbo. Turbo. No, I don't feel like doing turbo. We're not going to go turbo, but we will go fast. We're going to use these here settings. I'm pretty sure this is about where I normally have them. I don't check every single time. It is what it is. We're in mock draft 4.0, so there's still plenty more mock drafts to go. We're going to try and move this along a little bit, fellas. We're going to try and keep this video a little bit tighter than normal. So here we go. We're going to be completely unhandcuffed. We can do whatever the hell we want. Let's go. Enter draft. Ooh, ha ha, ooh, ha 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 ha. Should we trade up with Carolina? Should we offer him a big deal? No, I have no interest in the 1st overall pick. Let's go! All right, Bryce Young. Ew. gross. So gross. That's disgusting. Ugh, Mr. Shitlip himself, Will Levis. You're gross, Houston. That's just gross. Will Levis is just a butthead. He's just a butthead. I'm telling you guys. I am telling you guys, he is Connor Cook 2.0. Watch. Will Anderson 3 makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Stroud, of course, would be picked by the Colts. That's a nice steal. And Tyree Wilson goes 5 right before us. We're sitting here and we're starting to run into the problem that I knew we'd run into. Jalen Carter. Nick Fairley 2.0. Sean Rogers, big baby. Here he is sitting with us at 6. Now, do I want to trade out? I want to trade out so bad, guys, because I don't want any of this. 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 I want some of all of this in here. That's where I'm looking. So let's see who's offering us some deals. All right. Oh, now I don't want a filter position. Let's go. We got 8 offers on the table. The Jets trying to jump up from 13. That's the first one. I like it. Let's see what we can get from the Jets. I want your 13th. I want next year's first round pick. I'll give you my 6th. And I want your 74th pick. Oh, that's going to be a lot. Okay. Well. But you're coming up 6 spots, dude. I'm so damn used to playing Madden. Alright. Brad Holmes is out here playing Madden, though. Why won't it work for me? Alright, if you're going to come up 6 spots, I want next year's 2nd. I want your 4th. And I want next year's 4th. And next year's 5th. Why not? Why not? Here we go! Resume draft. They accepted it. So the Rams move up from 13 to 6. I get the 13th, the 74th, and then next year I get their 2nd, their 4th, and their 5th. I'll take it. Let's go. And who'd they pull the trigger on there? Christian Gonzalez, then Jalen Carter. Yeah, see, I knew one of these two guys would go. I thought one of them would go here. I thought maybe they were going to jump up for Carter, but they're just looking to solidify that defensive backfield. Richardson to Atlanta, enjoy it. The Bears can have Witherspoon, enjoy it. Apparently the Eagles need all of the wide receivers that they can possibly get their hands on. Damn, Skoronski, right here, I was trying to get sneaky with Skoronski. I was hoping he would slide to 13, so that is a bit, I was kind of hoping actually to see if the Titans would offer me something for 11. 13's a bit of a slide back for the players that I want. I know it sounds silly to go after Skoronski, you guys, but as I've expressed multiple times, he can play guard and start to be, groomed for the NFL pedigree, so that inevitably when Taylor Decker has to, move on from the Lions, be it in, to free agency, or, he's not necessarily the youngest guy on planet Earth, so maybe he decides to retire after a certain point. But ultimately, Penei Sewell is going to move from the right side to the left side because he's a natural left tackle. I've said this numerous times. You move Skoronski over, he's already been groomed and well adjusted to the NFL. But here we are sitting. I think you guys know exactly what I'm going to do. If we're at 13 and we're just hanging out, looking around, I guess you could go end Nolan Smith, Miles Murphy, Lucas Van Ness. You guys know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna solidify the middle of our defensive line, and I'm gonna take Kalijah Kancey at 13. It's right. He's like the 13th overall ranked player on PFF Sport. Look at him right here. Why wouldn't I take him? I mean, I've heard the knocks on him that he's short, that his arms are short, but you know what? Aiden Hutchinson's arms were short. Every player will have a knock on them. I'm guilty of beating it down on players, but regardless, you got to look at the upside. You got to look at what they can bring to your team. We are now in a position where the Lions aren't drafting to have a guy come in and have to be the face of the franchise, change the team around. Aiden Hutchinson was the last person I think that we'll need to do that with for the next few years. So Kalijah Kancey can come in and be a stalwart and also then add what he adds elevates the play of the players around him. So let's going to go ahead and bring in Kalijah Kancey, solidify our defensive line. You could look at Brian Branch, again, safety, slot corner. That's a C.J. Gardner-Johnson fills that role perfectly. You're expecting to see a lot of competition out of the safety room already, with Tracy Walker, you know, getting a little salty on Twitter. But, you know, so we're at 13. We're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Kalijah Kancey. Welcome aboard. All right. Damn, Joey Porter Jr. went right after him. Van Ness, Banks, Miles Murphy. Okay, so I was trying to get sneaky with Porter, Lucas, or Murphy. I was going to hope that one of them would slide to us at 18. You know, so right now I am really high on edge rushers and having a rotational player that you can cycle through. Again, you know, we have a deep D-end room with the re-signing of Kaminsky, with, you know, James Houston evolving, obviously Aiden Hutchinson, Okoro restructuring his contract, Charles Harris staying. We have a deep edge room. Unfortunately, we have an older edge room. So I'm going to just get squirrely with it. We're at 18. We could look at Branch. Oh, Quentin Johnston. Forget everything I said. We're going to pretend that DJ Shark wasn't re-signed. I don't know if this dude watches my videos, but Joey 2 times on YouTube, he's in the Woodward Sports chat thread all the time, has convinced me that Quentin Johnston is, he's the man. So this is, let's do this, and then we won't take like a wide receiver later, but we'll let's see. I really want to go here. I really want to go Nolan Smith. That's where I was going to go, guys. I was going to go Nolan Smith at 18. Talking about the depth at edge, but let's pretend that Shark didn't resign. There's nothing indicating that J-Mo's is going to be that dude yet. He still has to prove it. Obviously, we know what we got in ASB. He's a superstar, top 5 wide receiver, top 10 wide receiver. So let's go ahead and bolster our wide receiver room. We're going to draft to our strengths. Again, luxury. These are luxury picks we have going on now, guys. Especially if we were to trade like I did with the Jets. Go ahead and pick Quentin Johnston, wide receiver, TCU. Welcome aboard. All right, now we don't need to worry about wide receiver, so I'm not butthurt about the Jalen Hyatt draft right there, right in front of us. We're not going to be scouring too hard, guys. We're going to keep moving this show right along. 48. Man, you guys know how high I am on Joe Tippmann. But they hate it. He ain't going to be there. He's not going to be there. Guys, I can't keep getting sneaky with it. Vila plays left guard. I don't want none of that smoke. Wepler, yeah, I don't like Ohio State guys too much. I'm not really worried about going after deep defensive back in the first 3 rounds right now. Possibly in the third if somebody's there that I like. We could go Jamar Gibbs and solidify that running back room, right? I've never gone Gibbs. Let's go ahead and take Gibbs at 48. We're gonna pretend we're gonna imagine that Swift is probably gonna be dealt, and Jamar Gibbs, running back out of Alabama. You guys know I like Alabama running backs, especially guys who are gonna transfer from Harvard to Alabama. Catch my drift. Welcome aboard, Jamar Gibbs. Well, shit. We're not going to dig too deep into everything. I was kind of hoping Darnell Washington would slip to us at 55. That's not going to happen. Guys, we're going to just... It's the script writes itself. Joe Tippmann, welcome aboard. I can't stop drafting him. I think he grades out really well. He can play center or guard. Alright, so here we are now. 3rd round. We've bolstered our defensive line, our wide receiver room, our running backs, and the interior of our offensive line. We're looking. Who we got going on around here? Who's popping off? Who's jumping off the board to you? Do I go that early with him? Look, it's bit me in the ass way too many times. I don't want any of I'm not interested in any of this right now because of our signings, because of who we took earlier on with Quentin Johnston. Not interested here. Again, signings. Draft. Already drafted. Signings. Draft. I guess we could look at Dorian Williams out of Tulane. No, look. I've been too sneaky too many times. I'm not gonna let it bite me in the ass. They're gonna hate it. PFF's gonna give me a terrible grade. I don't care. Welcome aboard, Hendon Hooker. Down to 81. Same name, the dudes. Third round, 18th pick. A lot of guys still available. Third round. Let me ask you this: Do we think Jalen Jones slides to the 4th? Do we think Jalen Jones slides to the 4th round? Do we? Because if Jalen Jones slides to the 4th round, let's take Nathaniel Dell here. Oh, I really need a linebacker. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I've completely avoided linebacker. Oops. What am I? Guard? What am I doing? What am I doing? That's a reach. That is a reach, but I don't care. I love Noah Sewell and his flowing hair. Welcome aboard, Penny's little brother, Noah Sewell. Sewell smash! Let's go. Let's go. This is going way better than last week, guys. PFF's going to hate it. What are we in the 5th round here? Ooh. Go big body, big body. Big body wide receivers that can't catch the ball. Let's, So we're either going to go Dwayne McBride or Chandler Zavala. What do you guys think? Depth? Yeah, let's grab some depth. Let's see how that shakes out. Welcome aboard. 183. What are we gonna do, guys? Second to last. This is where the rubber meets the road, as they say. This is where we find some gems. This is where we dig them out. This is where we find the good ones. Ventrell Miller, linebacker, Florida. Why not? Welcome aboard. More linebackers. All right, lads. This is it. This is it. What are we gonna do? Who do we got? Who we got left to pick out here? Lot of names, lot of dudes, lot of darts. A lot of darts to be taken here. Stetson Bennett. Let's go Tyler Lacey out of Oklahoma State. I don't know. Why not? Why not? We like 6th round Oklahoma State defenders. Look how fast this one went. We didn't fart around on this draft at all, you guys. Normally I'm, half hour just rambling, stambling, gambling. Well, here we go, guys. PFF's grade. Well, of course they gave me an A on that trade. I got so many picks. I moved back, Moved back 7. Picked up one in the 3rd. Future 4th, future 5th, future 2nd. I'll take it. Kalijah Cansey with the B+ grade at 13. Yeah, could have been a bit of a reach. I really like it in that range. Again, they gave me an A overall in the trade. Quentin Johnston, A+. If he falls to 18, yeah, I don't know how you don't draft him again. I've been just loving him more and more as the draft goes on, especially if you can get him at 18 there. That's a solid pick. We bolstered our running back room, bringing in Jamar Gibbs, assuming that Swift is either gone or injured, or just add a little bit more stability to that room, a little bit more explosiveness. He's a little bit different as in his running style as opposed to David Montgomery. He can come in and spell him nicely. I think that's a real solid player right there, especially in the second round at the 48. Joe Tippmann. I knew they were going to give me a bad grade here. I knew that was a bit of a reach. I just didn't think he was going to be available in the third. I really like Joe Tippmann a lot. I think he brings a lot to the table. I think we would be remiss if we didn't take. I think a lot of us will end up regretting if Joe Tippmann were to go to another team. We didn't take him maybe a little bit higher than what they're grading. I think maybe this is a bit of a reach. I really like him. I think he'd bolster our interior offensive line and add a lot of strong depth. He could even potentially come in and play right away. Hendon Hooker. C+ grade, third round, 74th. Like, I knew it was, again, same with Joe Tippmann, that they were going to kind of ding me on the reach. I love Hendon Hooker, though. I think he's a great prospect to not come in and be the starting quarterback, but be Jared Goff's backup for quite a while, and maybe even evolve into the franchise quarterback. I really like what I see out of Hendon Hooker. I know the knocks on him. I know he's old. I know he's dinged up, but look, I'll take it. I'll take a solid quarterback here to bolster or to back up Jared Goff and bolster our quarterback room. Yeah, D-, Noah Sewell. I was reaching here. I know, but look, guys, I love Noah Sewell. I think he's a great player. I think he'll add talent to the linebacker room, but he'll also add a lot to the locker room. I think that him and Penei being on the same team will add a lot of fun for the entire organization. It'll add more chemistry to the team and more of that just like family environment that you see him preaching about a lot. Again, I know I reached, but I wanted to grab a linebacker. Didn't know who was still going to be available. I kind of was fart-assing around through here. You really went offense heavy in the mid picks here. Kalijah Kancey was our solid defender in the first round, but had to get a linebacker. Had to grab Noah Sewell. Chandler Zavala, I don't know how you pronounce that, from North Carolina State, sliding in at the guard spot. Again, we're drafting depth here. Potential replacement for Jonah Jackson if you don't want to re-sign him. Or if someone gets hurt, our offense was able to plug and play the guard position last year with kind of a rotating door at the right guard spot. But, you bring in Joe Tippmann and Zavala, whatever. You really build out that offensive line room. You're drafting to our strengths. Ventrell Miller, linebacker out of Florida in the 6th round. Yeah, that was a steal right there. And Tyler Lacey, I can't tell you guys. I don't know Jay. I don't know shit about him. I couldn't tell you shit about Tyler Lacey in the 6th round. I normally go after like a Jake Moody or a backup quarterback like Malik Cunningham, but I took Hooker in the 3rd round, so there's no need to take another quarterback, and the Lions took and re-signed Michael Badgley, so there's no point really in drafting a kicker, especially when you can probably just bring one into camp to compete. Let's take a look at the 1st round, how it all shook out. Bryce Young went 1 overall, Mr. Shitlips himself, the number 2 spot, Mr. Number 2. That is fitting, and then he'll wear number 2 because he has shit on his lips. Will Levis has shit directly upon his upper lip, right there. Right there, there's shit on his lip. Mr. Hankey just came by and kissed him. Right there. Will Anderson was hoping he'd fall. I really do hope Will Anderson falls, but that's solid right there. CJ Stroud, Tyree Wilson. Logical picks there. Traded with the Jets. They came upgrade Christian Gonzalez to add another dynamic corner to go along with the Defensive Rookie of the Year last year, Sauce Gardner. The Raiders are going to be that guy, and they're going to take Jalen Carter at 7. Enjoy Nick Fairley. Enjoy him. And the Falcons going with AR-15 makes sense. I was really high on him after the combine, but I've since kind of cooled off on him a little bit. Just thinking about it logically, Jared Goff is the man. Witherspoon to the Bears. Not liking that because I don't like the Bears getting any better at all. I don't like when the Bears do anything competent, and that is a smart move right there. Jackson Smith to the Eagles, weird. Just weird. That's just weird. But the Eagles keep doing weird shit. My last draft, they drafted 2 tackles in the first round. Skoronski, makes sense. The Titans need help on the offensive line. I was hoping he would slide to 13. I was going to pull the trigger on him and really shake everything up. Paris Johnson Jr. going to the Houston Texans. They just re-signed Laramie Tunsil, so they're going to build out their offensive line through the draft now. Maybe Kenyon Green can get his head out of his ass and play better, because Mr. Shitlips needs to be protected because he sucks at playing quarterback, so they really need to let him have a lot of time back there because he's Connor Cook 2.0 and he has shit on his lips. Of course, we took Kalijah Kancey, 13. Love it. Joey Porter Jr. I was hoping he would slide to 18 to us. Van Ness, these 2 guys, Lucas Van Ness, Joey Porter. I was hoping they would slide to 18. I know, and Miles Murphy, I was also hoping he would slide to 18 because I like depth at the edge. But we ended up going ahead and taking Quentin Johnston, the TCU wide receiver, big body, catches with his hands, solid athlete, builds out our wide receiver room, solid replacement for Shark, and now you have arguably the potential to have the best young wide receiver room in the entire NFL, all on rookie scale contracts. Jordan Addison to the Bucks, okay, I guess. Brian Brisset to the Seahawks. Yeah, that's man. They really just, in my opinion, if these 2 guys hit, Seahawks had an outstanding first round right here, if you ask me. The Chargers going Dalton Kincaid. That's weird because then later on they also went Darnell Washington. Okay, that's weird. So you're stupid. So the Chargers are just dumb. You're just dumb. You don't take tight ends in the first round, idiot. Ravens going after Broderick Jones. Solid. Yeah, that sucks right there. Brian Branch going to the Minnesota Vikings. I think he's you guys know how I feel about Brian Branch. I think he's a lights-out defender, and that means we got to get to see him 2 times a year. Hooray for us. That would really, really salt my nuts. Jacksonville Jaguars going after Zay Flowers. Okay, sure, why not? Adding some pieces. Bijan Robinson going at 25 to the Giants. So that's telling, Saquon that we're not going to keep playing around with this franchise tag bullshit. Look, you don't produce, we're going to draft Bijan. So eat it. The Cowboys taking Will McDonald. I like Will McDonald. I think he's a good player. I don't know if necessarily how his personality will fit the culture of the Cowboys, but you good on him. Go get your bag, I guess. Nolan Smith to the Bills. I like Nolan Smith. I thought about taking him all the way up here at 18, but then I just couldn't get off the Quentin Johnston hype. The Bengals apparently going to just do just like the Lions and have all of the young wide receivers on rookie scale contracts so you can afford to pay a quarterback, I guess. And the Saints, you know what? I don't like the Saints right now because Jamal Williams is a butthole, and I'm not wild on them right now. Jamal Williams is kind of on my shit list. The Eagles, there you go, taking Cam Smith. Okay, so you took a wide receiver and a corner. Okay, I mean I guess you did lose Bradbury and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, so at least that was smart. I don't get this. I don't get the Smith. I don't get the Jackson Smith draft. I don't get that for the Eagles. That's weird. And then the Chiefs doing stupid shit and drafting a tight end in the first round because apparently them and the LA Chargers are both just sniffing some farts and being retarded. So that's gonna do it for me, guys. Again, we traded out of 6. Picked up some picks, picked up a 3rd round pick in this year's draft, and then 3 picks in next year's draft. I like that a lot. You guys know I'm a Brad Holmes guy, and I like a lot of draft capital. PFF gave us an A on that grade. We went Kalijah Kancey at 13. We went Quentin Johnston at 18. Jamar Gibbs at 48. Joe Tippmann at 55. Hendon Hooker at 74. Noah Sewell, yeah, I know I'm reaching here, guys. I know these 3 picks I'm reaching. Noah Sewell at 81. Chandler Zavala at 152, and Ventrell Miller at 183, and Tyler Lacey at 194. PFF gave me an overall A on the grade. So, Let me know what you guys think down below. Drop a comment, drop a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn the bell on so that you never miss out on any notifications, you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out. Well, that was fun, fellas. Let me know down in the comments section what you would have done differently. Give me a grade. What did you think of this draft? What did you think of how things shook out? I love doing these things, guys. I love doing mock drafts. It's so much fun. We still got a few more before the draft, or before the actual draft happens, guys. So buckle up, because we're going to start getting squirrely with it over the next few weeks. If you made it this long in the video, guys, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for rocking with me. We're seeing a nice little development and growth in the channel. I'm trying different things. You guys seem to be real receptive about it. I just want to say thanks, y'all. So, dude, seriously, try and have a good rest of the week, fellas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay out of trouble. And get out of here.
Time to 23 Skidoo. Or should I say 69 Skidoo?
She said that my pornos were boring.